Yeah, I'll react to that, sure.
It's unlike any motorsport you've ever seen. Sidecar racing involves two people operating a three-wheeled motorcycle that can go over 160 miles per hour. While one person sits behind the throttle and brake, the other uses nothing but their body weight to help steer the vehicle. This requires a degree of acrobatics you don't often see in motorsports. Teams race at circuits worldwide, including the Mount Everest of motorcycle racing, the Isle of Man Tourist Trophy races. As expected, there are plenty of ugly crashes. Since 2000, 10 sidecar racers have been killed during different stages of the competition. Most people associate sidecars with the campy, even cartoonish bubbles that attach to motorcycles. But the machines used for sport are nothing to smirk at. These vehicles are built to be high-powered, single units, and look more like futuristic three-wheeled motorbikes. But they handle much differently because of their asymmetrical wheel setup, which changes the vehicle's balance completely. That's why, unlike motorcycles, they're equipped with wide racing slicks that resemble the tires you'd find on a Formula One race car. With these tires, and the massive car brakes on all three wheels, they can outbrake almost any superbike and achieve far more grip when navigating corners. But with such an awkward shape, it's not enough for drivers to optimize their lap time.
Like it's a really, like the wider a wheel, that the more resistance it would put on the road, right, when braking? Or am I just talking nonsense?
But with such an awkward shape, it's not enough for drivers to optimize their lap time without flipping off the track.
Oh, and then it might land on you.
In this sport, the key to success lies with the passenger. In sidecar racing, there's no room for fear when you're riding shotgun. These competitors
Probably
don't
gotta
have
have
time
some
to coast.
pretty good upper body strength for the passenger,
No room
I'd imagine. I mean,
for fear when you're riding shotgun. These competitors don't have time to coast, or even really a seat to kick back in. Their sidecar is nothing but a handle to grasp and a platform to kneel on when they aren't hanging their body off one side of the bike or the other.
I think it'd be way more fun, though, to be on the sidecar.
The passenger has one crucial role: to stabilize the vehicle. That's necessary because of the imbalance that the third wheel creates when turning. This means climbing up behind the driver on a right turn to keep the weight on the inside tires, or hanging so far off the bike on a left-hander that their back almost scrapes the pavement. This is all done
like a
while
butt
clutching
pad?
onto handles placed strategically throughout scrapes the pavement. This is all done while clutching onto handles placed strategically throughout the vehicle. Things can get chaotic for the passenger quickly, depending on how difficult the track is. On a fast straightaway, for the passenger quickly, depending on how difficult the track.
Jesus. And I mean, the main car, the driver's seat must be built in a certain way that when it rolls over, the weight of the car doesn't, snap your neck or something like that.
Track is. On a fast straightaway, they may be forced to duck as low as possible to minimize the aerodynamic drag on the bike. Seconds later, the team could be coming to a tight corner, forcing the passenger to pop into a different position to ensure the bike stays planted. This dynamic of a driver relying on their teammates' shifting body weight to safely navigate racetracks requires an enormous amount of trust from both parties.
It's almost like they're kneeboarding. Yeah, anyone knee, like not water skiing, but you're doing it on land.
The driver has to trust that the passenger will be where they need them to be at exactly the right moment, and the passenger has to trust the driver to navigate the track as skillfully and as safely as possible. But even for skilled racers, things don't always go to plan. This is especially true at the Isle of Man. The 38-mile-long circuit boasts over 200 turns
Even
and
being
little
a
to no
passenger
runoff
is like an
spaces,
extreme sport.
and has been home to some of the motorsport's ugliest crashes. In 2022's Isle of Man TT, 3 sidecar racers were killed in crashes, including a father and son team. Frequent tragedies like this
That's awful.
are why many of the riders hug their loved ones before even taking so much as a practice lap at the Isle of Man. Every type of motorsport, from stock cars to superbike racing, involves some degree of risk. But only sidecar racing features two people relying on one another's every movement to keep from veering off the track. This symbiotic relationship is what sets the sport apart, and what ultimately can be the difference between triumph and tragedy.
Oh shoot. I bet they this could be cool actually. No, I'll do it. Oh my god, what was I gonna say? Oh my god, no.
Can be the difference. Sidecar racing features two people relying on one another.
Oh yeah. I bet they rarely, if ever, communicate at all, right? Because, and I'm sure the more that they just ride together, the better they're gonna get, and the more like they're gonna become like a single person, and you won't even need to communicate because you know like what's needed, and so repetition I'm sure is key, and just forming that mental bond and that mental trust, or you know what I mean? Oh my god. I was gonna say something else and I forgot, but yeah, I bet they like don't even talk and they're just this one thing.
Another's every movement to keep from veering off the track.
Really good video, awesome. I've watched Sidecar on Isle of Man videos before. It's nuts. I've seen other Isle of Man videos. Insane. The balls you have to have to even attempt those courses at that speed is insane, especially in the urban areas where like there's something to like immediately stop you. Obviously, if you fall in a field, it's still gonna hurt, if not be deadly or a big injury. But it's really scary when it's, I don't know, claustrophobic, close walls. I might watch some actually. Hope you guys are doing well. See y'all next time. Bye bye. If you're not, remember, chin up. You'll be good soon. Don't worry. Emotions are fickle, my friend. Bye, guys.